Teachers, students. Today we're going to talk you about the topic of aquaponic in agriculture. So first of all, it's something new for us, but not for the human because it's something that have been for many years, like the Aztecas, the Incas, and many other people. So right now we're going to explain what is, the types, the uses, and many other things. First of all, I'm going to leave you with my parents, Omar Velez, that is going to tell you about the story.
Well, I'm going to talk about the aquaponic history. The Aztecs practiced a form of plantation that is initially called aquapoint. They conform about island floating in the water called chinampas, where are swamps and shallow lakes, and planted corn, squash, and other plants on them. What it consists? It consists in we have two objectives with this, like is the fruit and vegetables of the plantation, and the fish have alimented from these plants. Yeah. Aquaponing has its roots in ancient China, and parts of the aquaponing system has developed other areas of the world, where the high concentration of people live and were observant of the relationships that exist naturally in their environment. Thank you.
So I want to talk about what is aquaponic. So as you know, aquaponic is a sustainable method that produce fish and vegetable. So to explain a little bit about how aquaponic function, I will show this image or this photo. As you see, this is a aquarium of fish that they are eating food and other things, and they are producing waste. This waste produces ammonia. But this water is reused in a process in which they are taken up to plants. Plants purify the water and take out the nutrients that ammonia produces, and then this water return another time to the aquarium. So, how aquaponic is natural and sustainable. As you know, and as I explained before, aquaponics is completely natural because we are not using any plaguicides or herbicides for plant, and that means that we are not contaminating the water. So, aquaponic systems are like a mimics of another land, pond, lake, water, or waterways on Earth. The difference is that produce food fish and water from plants. So it is a big process of nitrification that occurs in water through some bacteria that helps to make nitrogen accessible from plants. Okay. The functions of bacteria in aquaponics. As I am telling before, nitrogen is produced in ammonia, but in a way that plants cannot be accessible from plants. But bacteria make a special function because they transform this ammonia to nitrate that can be accessible from plants. And another photo will explain this. But bacteria have a special, can be a function or a special place in aquaponic system, because if without the presence of bacteria, we cannot use this system. As you can see in this photo, this is like the cycle of bacteria. For example, first we need a fish or any crustaceans. Then bacteria number one transport ammonia to nitrate. This bacteria is called nitrosomas. nitrosomonas. Then nitrate is transformed to nitrate by the bacteria called nitrobacteria. And nitrate is the way the plant can eat or can absorb this nutrient that is nitrogen, and then we have clean water for fish. So, as I am telling before, this is the photo or diagram that explains how bacteria are acting. First, you give food for fish. This fish produce a waste that produce ammonia, and this ammonia is broken down by being oxidated by a bacteria that is called nitrosomas. Then this ammonia is converted to nitrate. If you can see, to nitrate. This nitrate is not acceptable for plants until they convert to nitrate. So this nitrate broken down to nitrogen oxidizing bacteria producing nitrates that plant can eat or can absorb this nutrient, and without this we are decreasing cost of buying fertilizer for plant, and we are reusing the water that we have in aquarium for fish, because if we don't have an aquaponic system we will not use this water. We will use this water as a waste because it has a lot of ammonia, but by the use of bacteria this ammonia is converted to nitrate that is acceptable for plant. So my partner will going to explain a little bit about the types of aquaponic system.
Good morning, my name is Francisco and I'm going to talk about the aquaponic systems. Like my partner says, there are three main types of aquaponic systems and a several combination of them. And these systems have been derived directly by hydroponic systems with alterations to adapt them to the intensive culture of fish. The following are the systems: based on substrate, floating root or raft, nutrient sheet technique. The floating root or raft. These systems are designed using channels that contain deep water about 10 to 12 inches. Floating sheets are placed on the channel, either the expanded polyester or plastic or any material that are inert. Nutrient sheet technique. In this system, a channel with holes through which the water that comes from the filters help to maintain the water quality for the fish in continuously flowing. The plants hang in basket type posts, and their roots are exposed to the continuous flow of channels from they extract the necessary nutrients to develop, which they extract the necessary nutrients to develop and filter the water for the fish.
Okay, and right now I'm going to talk you about an example that is happening in La Paz, Baja California. First of all, what they are using this method is because the Japanese are very interested in this type of projects, so they are giving their help, the machines, all the technology that they need, and also they are giving capacities, talks to many people, because they don't use this system because they don't know, and have many benefits that I'm going to tell you about other partners, but we have many things that is good for us, because the Baja California is a desert, so there is no a lot of water, so we have to use a little capacity. So they use the combination of the plants and also reusing that water to a tank full of fish. So right there we're going to approve the plants, giving the water that they need, and the one that they don't use fell down with the gravity, and at the end is left by the fishes. So it's something new, it's something with low price, low cost, and it's good for us. So we have to read, we have to get knowledge, because it's something new, and it's something that is going to change the future, and the use of water and the capacity to the desert to can grow other plants, and also be having the fish. So that's all.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about the aquaponic basic rules. The first rule is that you have to choose your tank very carefully. Fish tanks are crucial components of each aquaponic unit, and fish tanks will work, but a round tank with flat or trapped bottom are recommended because they are easy to keep cleaning. As you see in the picture, you have like a representation of an aquaponic tank, and you see that in the bottom you have like a very round tank, because the cleaning is easily and have many other benefits. Okay. The second one is ensure the correct aeration and the circulation of the water. This means that you must use water and air pumps to make sure that the water has high levels of dissolved oxygen and good water movements, so that your animal and bacteria and plants are healthy. So that gonna be like they combine and they can function together. And that's how the system works. Maintaining good water quality. Water is the vital blood of the aquaponic system. It is the medium through which all the essential nutrients are transported to the plants, and that is where the fish live. So if you don't have a good quality of water, you will ruin the system. Do not overload the tanks. The aquaponic system will be easier to manage and will be ensure against the collision and collapse in the crop's density it keeps low. The recommended crop density is 10 kilograms to 1,000 liters, 20 kilograms in 30 meters, which will allow a substantial surface of vegetables and culture. 5. Avoid overfeeding and eliminate unneeded food. Waste and consumed food are very harmful to quality animals because they can root with the system. Rotten food can cause disease and can consume dissolved oxygen. Choose and locate the plants wisely. Plants with short growing periods between plants that require more time to grow. Continue replanting vegetables like lettuce between large fructiferation plants because it provides natural shading conditions. And the last one, maintain the balance between the plants and the animals. Using the batch farming system can help to maintain a constant harvest of quality and plants between plants and animals. to maintain a consistent production level and maintain a constant balance between the fish and the plants. Thank you.
Hi, I wanna talk about for the aquaponic benefits. Use the 1.6 of the water to grow 8 times more food per acre compared to the traditional agriculture. All natural are fertilized from the fish waste. No reliance or mine are manufactured and fertilized. Why is the fertilizer? Because the fish, all the waste of the fish are fertilized the plants, and the fish can eat the plaques of the plant. So efficient is an efficient and sustainable high productive. The produce is free of pesticides and herbicides. Fish are free or grow hormones by antibiotics. We can see in the imagine that this is the system. Although continued production of food, the produce of both and protein vegetable crops. Integrate the system is sustainable and air-friendly. Eliminate the soil and the soil disease. When combined, the soil-borne disease, they combine with the environment and agriculture, and you can grow the year-round in any climate. This is a benefit because you can plant any plants that are organic. This is a new method that you can use. So my friends are going to continue.
I'm going to talk about major weakness of aquaponic food production. Expensive initial startup costs compared with soil vegetable production or hydroponics. This means that this kind of system is so expensive because we need to buy everything. We need to buy plants, we need to buy fish, and maybe the plants and fish seeds can cost so much. Knowledge of fish, bacteria, and plants production is needed for each farmer to be successful. We can start something that we know. So for that reason, we have to have knowledge of fish, bacteria, and plants for know how to do that things. This system is so expensive, and we have to know in what buy the fish and everything. Fish and plant requires not always match perfectly. How is a system? We have to know what fish we are going to use, because if it's a big system, we are not going to use a little fish. So if the system is big, we have to use fish that can do the homework like how it is. Not recommended in place where culture fish and plants cannot meet their optimal temperatures range. For this reason, we have to know how are the temperature range is in the area that we are going to do the system. Because plants requires temperatures, and the plants and the fish needs a range of this. Mistakes or accidents can cause catastrophic collapse of system. This system is, how I say before, expensive. So for this reason, we have to know what we are going to do with the system, because it's not just expensive. It's so difficult to do the things that we have to do. So for that reason, we have to daily management is mandatory. Every day we have to do management in a system, because if we realize management every day, the system going to work very good. As it is something bad that this kind of system demanding energy. Maybe it's so bad, or it's a big disadvantage of this kind of system, because we can do, or we can put in an area that didn't have energy. This is a big bad things about the system. It requires reliable access to electricity, fish seed, and plant seed. This is because we have to have access to electricity, and we can put in an area that don't have. This is a disadvantage of this kind of system. We need fish seed and plant seed that maybe can cost so much for us, especially that if a big system, we have to buy more, because we have to have enough of fish and seed plants for this kind of system. So my partner is going to talk about the commercial things about this.
Hello. So all this time, my friends have been talking about how to produce, the benefits of this. But what if we cannot have like a lot of money to put this in work? So we're gonna evaluate many aspects that we need, and how this is gonna generate me money, and what like method used to this business to be factible. So first, the location. We have to know that the location we're gonna work, there's gonna be like transit table to the workers to go. We're gonna buy some vehicles, because we need to transport like the workers and the product, you know, to translate it to the people that are gonna buy to us, and to get the first material. So then the climate, it doesn't, we don't have to take care about the climate, because we're gonna use like an indoor place, you know, because this helps me to take care about the plants, to regulate the temperature, and to like have more control about this. Because if we do in a free air, there's gonna be like fungi and animals that can be contaminated. So we need to evaluate how much workers we need, like to cosecha, to harvest, and to do all the practice that we need in the plant. That's important. The salaries, of course, like we're gonna need workers just like in one day, or one worker per month. and there's gonna be workers that is gonna be making the practices all days, you know. So we're gonna have to distinguish about that. So aquaponic systems are food production systems. So it can be said that aquaponic is made for two parts, hydroponics and aquaculture. So we need to install these two products. So aquaponic setups requires carefully planning, like I said, climate, location, worker salaries, and especially among beginners, so that it can be successful for a long-term purpose. And finally, you can now master aquaponic setup, aquaculture system, and green garden growing when you do this on a simple thing. So in this case, I'm going to talk about the two products that we're going to use. In this case, we have the fishes and the lettuce. That is the products that are more useful in these systems. So the materials we're going to need is breeding tanks, sediment unit, biofilters, hydroponic subsystem, sinks. And like I said, we generally work with these two species, like tomato and lettuce. There are some types of fishes. And so, aquaponic systems are food production systems. And bueno, finally, you can master aquaponic setup, aquaculture system, and green garden growing. So now I'm going to talk to you about how much cost it have the items that we're gonna use. So we're gonna have like a graphic. The tanks, it has a cost of $800. The water pump is gonna have $50. The wood is gonna have $150. The substrate, that is the main of the growth of the plants, gonna cost $2,000. Yeah. So now the fishes. 100 fishes is gonna have a value of $32. The aliments, because we need to feed them, gonna have $76. We're gonna need to analyze the water, and this analyze, it cost me a lot, like expensive, like $40. So this is all we need to install these systems, and my friend is gonna explain you a little bit more.
Hello, teacher. So there's the biography, but before that, I will say a conclusion or a resume from all the things that we are explaining. So, it's like in conclusion, before being a system that is productive, aquaponic system is environment management that, in addition to being productive, as I said before, reduce the environmental impact by preventing the acidification of rivers, lakes, or ocean, because ammonia is going to ocean, rivers, and they make acidification. And before this, and besides this, it is also a way to produce fish, vegetable, without the using of so much arable land that are wasting today.
Okay, and in other conclusion, there are many benefits in this practice, but as many other things, there are some disadvantages. But all these things, they are like that have to be right there, like the cost and many things like that. But at the end, we're going to reduce the use of water, reduce land, also and also give the opportunity to places that don't have the capacity of water, like the deserts, or places that they are too cold, and also give that.
We are decreasing the cost because, as you know, and as I explained before, ammonia is transferred to fertilizers that in another way we need to buy. But using this system, we are decreasing the cost of our production.
And it's something that our old antepasados, ancestors already know, and also they still using the practice like one line of corn beside another one of line of fishes, because they are using the same water also, and giving the nutrients of the fishes also can help the corn and like that.
Nowadays, we have the opportunity to use the same method that our ancestors used, but we have advantage that we have technology, we have the money to produce, and we have all that we need to make aquaponics system sustainable. So, thank you teacher for your attention, thank you classmate, and this is all.
And
You need to...
no.
Okay, thank you teacher.